New Wave Podcast, type it in. I got the channel, all the interviews up. iTunes and SoundCloud, type in the New Wave PGH. All the episodes, you can listen to them. The audio's up. And my Instagram, at Nash McDaniel. More content up. Co-host Brenda up in here. Special guest Aliya Wrays up in here.
Hello.
We want to get her up on a minute now. She finally up on the New Wave Podcast. yeah, Aliya Wrays.
Thanks
what up, though?
Definitely, for sure.
She just came from the shop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Working hard.
So for the people in Pittsburgh that do not know you, a lot of people do know you, but for the people of my listeners who don't, can you explain to people what you do?
Yes. I'm Aliya, and I am the owner of Aliya Wrays Beauty Parlor and Spa. It's going on year 5. January 12th.
Nice.
Basically, I have a full-length salon. We do hair, nails, makeup, and I also sell raw Indian hair extensions. About a month and a half ago, I went to India, and I brought back the real deal. So I'm just in the beauty industry. I'm also a well-rounded entrepreneur, so I like to, I do a lot of other things with like the youth. If it's not community events, I might go and talk to the schools or, empowering them to be young businesswomen, or if they're interested in the beauty industry. I'm looking to hopefully one day travel and do seminars and stuff like that, empowering women. And that's basically it.
You said you brought back the real deal. How was that trip to India?
It was amazing. That might have been probably the best investment I made in Aliya Wrays thus far.
Right.
I got on a girls trip, so it was about 17 other women. We went to Bangkok first for 2 days, so we had some excitement there. That was a lot of fun. In India, there's really nothing to do. You appreciate where you're from. At the same exact time, I actually love sceneries. So I can adapt to stuff like that. I actually like stuff like that. So anyways, I went there. I visited a few different factories where they sew hair. I went to the temples where they show you how it's actually done. So from beginning to end, when it's when the people from India go and they pay their token for their sacrifice, they get their hair shaved. They put it in a little bundle and they ship it off to whatever supplier, and that's who I went next to go see, and I got to feel different textures, meet different women, see how it's done from scratch, literally from the raw hair to being on the track. Pretty sure you guys seen it.
Yeah.
What I love most about it is that I know my product.
Right.
I know who it comes from. I cut the middleman out. I talk to him, FaceTime him, whatever. I'm just more educated on it. I have a different feel for it. And I don't know.
Yeah.
That's basically what I did and where I'm at with it now. And I've been very blessed. I've been having a lot of support from the city. I was showing my entire experience through Instagram and Snapchat, and I had so many viewers. I got so many more followers, and connected with a lot of dope women in the industry outside of Pittsburgh, which was a plus. And a lot of support, man. I have sales every day. So I was selling hair beforehand. I was learning about it at that time, though, and I really was never really liking who I was dealing with, my supplier. That's what I mean. And now that's all gone. So thank you, India, for giving me that.
Real quick, outside of here, it's not every day you talk to a person went to India. Like, how was that trip overall? Just everything besides the hair and just, I don't know, the food, the culture.
Okay,
like
food was
Really?
it definitely sucks.
It
Yes,
wasn't-
and I'm a foodie person, so I'm open to try anything. It's just they don't eat beef there either, and you'll definitely see cows just walking around, but that's banned. You use cows for, I'm pretty sure it's just like they can have them as pet, like a pet type situation. You're not allowed to eat beef or kill the cows. So on their menus, you'll see just nothing but like chicken and stuff like that. Their Wendy's and their Kentucky Fried Chicken, it's like they throw some type of seasoning on it. They might be the same food as us, but they throw something on it that gives it this different taste that I don't like.
It hits their palate for them. It's for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of the other girls that I was with felt the same way. Ate a lot of rice. They had a couple of different buffets. We went to like in different hotels and stuff. This wasn't the best. I made it work though.
Right.
Nonetheless, it's a beautiful place, but it's also, respectively, I want to say, dirty. You know what I mean? A lot of like, you'll see on the sides, like shack looking homes. You'll see other homes that are better than those homes, but they're not better, which gives me back to saying appreciating where we're from here in the United States and what we live in and what we see. They don't have that. Very populated, very busy all day long, all day long. Beautiful women, beautiful hair.
How long did it take you to get there?
Total trip was about 30 hours.
30,
yeah, when I went, I flew from Pittsburgh to Chicago. That was about an hour and 45 minutes. From Chicago to Japan, that was a 13-hour flight. Then we went from Japan to Bangkok. Bangkok was about 6 hours. We stayed there for 2 days. Then when we went to go to India, it was another 3.5 hours.
What part of India?
Chennai.
Chennai, okay.
Chennai, India. So that's southern. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. What else can I say about it, more culture-wise? I did buy one of those. Forgive me, I forgot what it was called, but it's like the women wear their skirt type wrap around. I did buy one. It was extremely large. I was trying to be involved in their culture. I still have it though. I bought like some jewelry and stuff from them. A lot of hustlers, when you go to the temples where they actually cut the hair, on the sides there'll be a bunch of like different shops, and it's basically them selling like different crafts and stuff. So I bought the jewelry because it's something they actually really made. You'll see they're like taking the bamboos and like straws and trees, and they'll get shredded, and someone will sell that person buys that, and now they're making like chairs, or they're making things for their house and stuff. It's very creative.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They
use everything they have. So it's one of them things, like I said, you really appreciate where we come from.
Right.
And
so does the hair actually come from it comes from women, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I have some videos if you want to see.
Really? So they grow their hair like their whole life and then cut it, or like?
No. So I mean, they grow their hair, but it's a sacrifice. So basically, they pray to their God, and when God answers their prayer, they go and shave their heads. So like when I was showing my viewers the experience, people were like, "Oh my gosh, I don't even want to do this no more. This is so sad." You think that they make them cut their hair.
Yeah.
No, they actually, when they get done, they're smiling, they're enthusiastic, they're so happy because they gave a sacrifice to God. That's basically how it works. And for the children, they cut the kids' hair when they have when they're sick. So when they have a cold and they get over the cold, they cut their hair. And I mean, it grows right back.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think we just are different about hair.
Right.
Here, we try to grow it. We don't want to do XYZ. To them, cutting their hair is just, it's power.
Yeah, it's like liberating.
Yes, you know what I mean? So it just grows right on back. Her, the lady that cut her hair is probably past mine's already.
Right.
That's crazy. I wonder if it's like something in the food or something, or I don't know.
Just in their genes.
Could be.
Yeah, just
and then
genes or
even
something.
just like their weather there too, climate, all that stuff plays a part, because even in just the process of the hair itself, the weather plays a big part. Like if I call my guy and I might want 613, which is blonde, if it's raining bad and he might not have what I need, it gets delayed because they can't use their outside resource to make it that color. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the thing that I love about having that knowledge, because when you could call somebody in China, and I just no disrespect to them, just a more bottom shelf, they have whatever you want all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know it's somewhat processed, because here with this raw deal, there's sometimes I haven't been able to get 28 and 30 inches in weeks because they ain't got nobody to give it to them. They ain't been able to get outside and get it done, So I one of them kind of stumbles, but I appreciate it because I know why.
Right.
I was there to actually see it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Right. There's so much that goes in here. I would have never thought of this.
Yeah.
Never.
It's like a crop.
It's crazy because like
Growing tomatoes.
for me showing it or whatever,
Like the crop didn't come back this season.
everybody's like Aliya Lucas, and he went to Bangkok. It was good, but the guys I was seeing were actually tuning into it. Like, yo, this is dope. I seen people, maybe girl make a Facebook status like, I need some hair, and guys were commenting like, yo, go to that girl Aliya Wrays page. I was watching it on my girl's page. Like, so I definitely seen the trip itself inspired everybody. It was beyond hair at that point. It was like, yo, this girl just made a move that some of us never got to see, and she's showing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So very thankful for it. I love it.
That's a power move as a business person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cutting out the middleman. And just, like.
Man.
You know what I mean?
That's some Nipsey Hussle type shit. Like,
Yeah, you listen to Nipsey.
Yeah.
I downloaded him too. I mean, I'm aware of him, but I'm like, I want to get more into his music.
Yeah.
I seen him doing the Bitcoin thing.
Yeah. Well, he does the T-shirts.
He do a lot.
He does a hair store as well. I don't know.
He was talking about
from India.
He was talking about cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I need to hit him up.
Yeah.
I'm a little ignorant about it, but someone brought it to my attention, and I was watching his like a YouTube, something I seen, and that's what made me pay attention. So I'm trying to do my homework about it. I'm thinking about I would like to get invested in it, but I want to know exactly what I'm doing.
Right.
So from the beginning, like where did all this start?
Yeah.
Aliya Wrays the brand. Let's go to the beginning.
Okay,
Right.
boom.
Where
So
did this start?
my father is in the industry, Steve Ray. He's had a barbershop for what?
At the barbershop.
Yep, 26 years. So all my life I've been around it. I never thought, okay, when I was 5, I did say I want to be a beautician. I did. But later on, it's like I wanted to be a singer. The next thing you know, I wanted to be Oprah. You know what I mean? I wanted to get into the mass media, which I later in college, I had my bachelor's in communication media studies.
You were just telling me you went to Edinburgh.
Yep, I went to Edinburgh, and when I got done with there, I had went to Las Vegas for an internship I did for about 3 months, KTNV, a news station.
Okay.
So there, I assisted like producers and newscasts, and I did all types of cool stuff. But most importantly, I gained my experience of what I wanted to do, and that was like producing behind the scenes stuff. I no longer really wanted to be on camera. Then I also was inspired there because it's a hustling city. You know what I mean? I'm on there. I have my little budget that I'm living on. So I also did eyelashes. Like I knew how to do. I always did like nails and feet and stuff. I was naturally good at stuff like that, but I never thought I'd make a career of it. Never. But I was out there hustling. I gotta get some more money. So I made my own posters, and I was out there like I do individual eyelashes. And I had visited this black girl. She was about 23. She had a Benz. And I'm like, who is this? And she had her own 24-hour nail shop. And it's crazy because the girl that I met was her sister. I never got to meet her. But she doesn't know how much of an impact she had on my whole life. But I went to the nail shop at like 3:30 just for the experience. And I'm like, I want something like this in Pittsburgh. I want something cool like this. And I was also at the time reading books like Think and Grow Rich, Poor Dad, Rich Dad, like how I'm going to get rich. And it's like doing investments and real estate and stuff. So my mind was, you know what, I'm going to get a job in my field, and then I'm also going to do all these other things that in this book tell me I'm going to get rich this way. So once I got done, when I was in Vegas, remember I sat down with my friend Denise. She does nails too. Shout out to Quay. Bud and Lucky, and we were all there. And I was telling them like, y'all, when I get back to Pittsburgh, I'm gonna put me a nail shop.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what I want to do. It's going to be 24 hours, That's what I want to do. So when I got back, I was on it. And I was calling, like, buildings on the south side because initially I didn't want to work in there. I was just like, I'm just going to create this project. It was harder than I thought. It wasn't working out that way. I'm like, I don't have the money for the rent here. Like, I want this location. Then I'm like, geographically, could Pittsburgh obtain 24 hours? This isn't Vegas. It isn't New York. So now I'm really using my intelligence on what I'm going to do. So, I also knew my vision, I wasn't really going to be able to produce unless I was really in it. When a person owns something, you could tell somebody kind of what you want, and you have someone that manages it for what you want to happen. I needed to do all that. And from that point, I was like, you know what, I need to go to beauty school. I just did 4 years. I didn't want to do 9 months. I ended up finding a South Hills, North Hills Beauty Academy where I went just for nails. So I got my license in nails 3 months. At that time, I was doing eyelashes in my dad's barbershop for free. You know what I mean? He let me make my money.
Shout out to Pops.
Yeah, he was, he's big on his team.
Sure.
I was working 16-hour shifts, with my other job, and I was just saving my money to get to what I wanted to do. And I started doing nails in there too. So I would do full sets for like $20, all limited designs. Like you could get whatever you want for just $20. And I was killing them with that because girls only give me $20 and they get what they want. And I'm a lot better today, but I was a little decent. By the grace of God, the girl that was working in my salon, she ended up moving to North Carolina, I believe. And my dad, I was about to graduate probably 2 weeks before he gave me this news. He was like, hey, girlie next door is moving. You want that shop? And I was like, yes, I want that shop. So he let me for 5 months, I didn't pay a rent or nothing and just get it all together. I had a lot of people that supported me. My uncle knows how to do stuff like that, so it was a little budget friendly. I just basically hustled my behind off to get it together. January 12th, I opened up. So it took me about 8 months to do it all.
Yeah.
But I got done with it. I was really determined.
So coming up on the anniversary then, right?
Yeah, it'll be 5 years, January 12th. So I want to plan something. I want to bring the whole city out.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
5 years is real, right?
For sure.
I thought about this today.
Hell yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I thought about it. Like, I want to do something. I want a theme. And I want to just be able to bring my supporters in the city all involved. So, I will definitely be inviting you guys.
As a young black business owner,
connected.
hell yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's big though. 5 years, that's a big staple.
Swear,
That's a big
it's crazy.
milestone.
I can't believe how fast it's
Yeah,
going.
1 year's big. 5 years, let alone your business been growing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I heard about you, just from exposure. No one just,
Good.
no specific person, just you expose
Yeah.
yourself. You know what I'm saying?
For real?
Yeah.
I'm doing my thing then.
For sure.
Yeah.
Good.
So with the nails, like, do you do like the feet and everything too?
Yes.
Do you do men as
Yep.
well?
I don't discriminate.
All right, because I just went for the first time.
For real?
I'm not gonna lie.
What'd you get, brother?
I got my feet, and I didn't get no
pedicure.
paint or nothing. I got my feet and my fingernails clipped. But it was like, on the low, it was one of the best feelings I ever had in my life.
Really relaxing.
Like, I was like, yo, I need to start doing this on the regular. I felt like I could run a marathon when I was
You
done.
gotta think about it. Your feet are who you are. So if you're on your feet
Yeah.
constantly, you build up callus.
Yeah.
You know, like, take care of that. We're only getting older. That's
Yeah.
what at first some guys thought it was kind of fruity. I'm like, it's attractive. If I'm out and I see a man's nails are clean,
Right.
maybe because I am a manicurist, it's just one of them things like
Right.
he takes care of his hands.
Right,
Look
right,
at your
right.
nails.
Right.
Look at your nails. That's what they're like.
That's like equivalent to when someone say, "Yo, I hate when people got chapped lips." You start looking. Yeah.
You start licking them.
But I was low key like embarrassed because I'm in the salon and like the Asian ladies, like she's like throwing all this shit from under around my nails
Yeah.
over here. Like, oh my God. Like,
Don't
I'm
feel
like,
embarrassed.
like, 'cause she's like, you never been here. I'm like, no, never in my life. Like, I bite my nails. Like, come on.
Yeah, I bite my nails too.
They look good though. Look at you
Yeah.
guys. I'm glad.
We were born with good nails, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know.
for you to bite them, they don't look like they're bitten at all. I see some nails. I see some nails and some
I'm a
feet.
professional biter.
I mastered the bite.
For real.
I'm a professional.
Boss.
The thing is even women when they have them so low,
Right.
I'm like, stop it.
Right.
But it's one of them things that you just stop and grow out of. You can't really hot sauce and all these other chemicals they try to put on kids' nails or to get them to stop. It doesn't happen. It's just a habit, like sucking your thumb. One of them things you just kind of break out of. So
Right.
bad nerves, I guess.
Yeah,
Right.
It's like a habit.
Yeah.
Definitely. A nervous habit.
And with the Aliya Wrays brand, like you've done stuff with celebrities. You told me before,
Yes.
right? What did you do with celebrities? And who?
Well, my salon as a whole, we worked with Cardi B. We worked with her twice. This year when she came, she actually worked with another group, but we worked with her. My makeup artist, Tanisha Cameron, she's definitely popping. She's done a lot of the celebrities that come here, so she represents the brand with that too. Cardi, Juju's Cam's girl. Let me just, Dreezy.
Yeah.
I can't really remember everybody offhand.
Right.
However, myself, I've worked with Janae Aiko. I did her nails when Wiz Khalifa did his tour.
Yep.
I do his mother's nails on a regular. That's my girl. Shout out to OG.
Yeah, the OG.
And that's my girl. So, she helped me out a lot. She put me on a lot of good people that come in. So I got to do Janae Aiko and their whole tour management. So I met some really cool people doing that. I also do nails for New York Fashion Week. So twice a year. I haven't went this year because I represented Etsy, which is the nail brand, nail polish brand, excuse me. My manager that had me in there, she stopped. She works in LA and she hasn't been coming to New York, so that kind of messed up our team. However, for the last 4 years, I was doing that. So twice a year, I would go up and I work with top fashion models. I did Kendall Jenner. Did some girls, I can't remember their names, but you probably see them through magazines and
Right.
stuff, and Chanel campaigns, all types of stuff. So that right there was something that really boosts what I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to do more editorial work. Not to call anyone average. I'm just not the average nail tech. You know what I'm saying? I do some work. I'm good at it, and I like to have a certain clientele. So with that being said, even like this year, I picked up a lot of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Shout out to the team and their girlfriends, fiancés, and wives, and that's been helping my clientele to just be, a little leveled. I can't think of any other celebrities offhand, but we've done a gang of them. Most of the time when they come through, shout out to Mike Dean. Mike makes sure they bring them through Aliya Wrays, you know what I mean? So that helps out a lot. And I do promotion and stuff too. So I'm like, look, I'm looking out for you, look out for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right. So like New York Fashion Week, what times of the years are that?
that's beginning of September, and then around like Valentine's Day to be like, what's that, February? Yeah. So it's normally around then. So I've done like DKNY, Tommy Hilfiger, Alexander Wang, my favorite show. Who else? Don't even get me saying these things. I'm saying it wrong, but I've done a mass of different designers. So.
I don't know if this is a dumb question, but New York Fashion Week, how long does it last? Like, it's just literally a week?
It's a week.
A week? Okay.
It's a week. I think the environment itself creates their own, though. I like Fab. I know Fab, he'll do stuff that's like outside them days. Now I see he's more involved more in the week, but I know initially he was doing stuff outside. My little sister, Michaela, I don't know if you guys know Michaela. She's a fashion designer. Mama.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's your sister?
That's my sister. Same mom, same dad.
Oh, wow. That's my brother.
Little sister.
Yeah, same mom.
You guys are silly.
a family thing. Should have brought her through.
Yeah,
Shit.
should have. She's in New York right now.
Oh, word?
Yep, she's in New York, and
Damn, that's why she got the money shirt on. Goddamn it.
H&M, $10. Hey,
Leah Wrays.
the shirt that it's gonna cost.
Yeah, shit.
Y'all are silly. But my sister's, she gets involved in a lot of the fashion week up there. That's her background. She went to the Art Institute. You know what I mean? She's a fashion designer.
Oh, right down the street here?
Yep. And then Donovan Green, that's my sister as well. She just moved up there, and she's getting into the fashion modeling. One time I actually got in connection with one of the agencies that were doing stuff at my shows, and we took Donovan up there. They wanted her to be probably a little more thin, and it's like she is thin.
Wow.
Some of the models are cute. Most of them are funny looking. You know what I mean? It's just I'm not even gonna. They're beautiful women. It's just like that unique look.
I swear, I noticed the same thing.
It's like one may say that they're unattractive, but to me, it's like that's what makes them who they are.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
They work these shows. If they walk funny and they hold their mouth a weird way, it represents that designer.
Yep.
Yep. Donovan's exotic. You know what I mean? Green eyes, blonde hair. She's very thin, but at the same time, she still has curve to her. So that might not fit that type style, but she's going to get it. She's modeling for agency now. She moved to New York, 18 years old. She's got a nice little platform started. I'm very, very proud of her. And Michaela's supporting her, so we'll probably see her on somebody's billboard in the future.
Yeah. That's what's up. Making moves.
Yes.
The whole family's making moves.
Shit, y'all want to adopt anybody? Shit, we trying to do some shit. This family is popping.
It's kind of cool, though. You know what I
that's
mean?
what's up, man. That's what's up.
Thank
That's
you.
what's up. Definitely.
The shop, where exactly is it your shop right now?
Yep, it's in McKees Rocks. So that's over in the west end of town. About 10 minutes from the city, not too far, right across from the bridge.
Right.
So, yep.
Okay. What else have you been working on, like vision-wise, like trying to expand the brand?
Yeah, well, I'm also working on expanding the salon. I've been talking about this for like the last year and a half, and to one, it's like she still ain't done it yet. To me, it's still the beginning. With the salon only going into 5 years, you also want to make sure you're making the right move, because I have a place that works for me, but a bigger spot might not. You know what I mean? I have a team where I have probably about 4 girls that I've had for a long time. The ins and outs, that's important. I need a team that I know can fulfill all these areas, because if I move to a location that demands a higher rent, if I go that way or whatever it may be, and I don't have someone to fill in that position because I do nails, that could be a problem. So for me, before I actually move, I just want to make sure that I have a solid foundation within the team, and it's definitely getting there. Shout out to my team; they hold me down. Okay. Right. But I'm working to expand. I don't know if I want to move from McKees Rocks, because I have a lot of support from like this McKees Rocks board itself. They just let me know that I'm bringing in so much revenue to that area, so much traffic. So they're looking like, we'll help you if you help us. So that's kind of wanting me to stay on that side of town. Also, I'm from the west side of town, so that's kind of a plus. But I was looking like I might want to go to the south side or something. I'm also looking to buy my building. You know what I mean? So it's like the power move I'm trying to make just isn't like, oh, just get a building, renovate it up, and pay a rent. Nah, I'm trying to be the solid owner of it. So I'm working on that. I'm applied for a Kiva loan. So I'm working with that now. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, they can help me, and hopefully by like the summertime, either I know where I'm going or I am going. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we're going to move. I need a bigger space, period. My salon's small. It's doing this thing, but we can only take but so many clients. I can only hire but so many girls because of the space.
Right.
So I feel like I'm only shortening myself if I don't expand. So I'm working on that. The hair itself, I'm actually making it into a hair company. I just, got my fictitious name approval. So it's going to be Aliya Wrays Hair Co. So
that's going to be on the bag?
Yeah. So I call it now Hair by Aliya Wrays.
Okay.
But like I have reached out to like different celebrities to ask them to kind of sponsor them for hair. And I reached out to Cardi B when I was in India. And her management got back to me like, what's your hair company's name?
Yeah.
And I wrote back like, Hair by Aliya Wrays, check me out on my website. And I just didn't like the deliverance. I'm like, dag, I wish I just had a solid hair company name, so whenever I show it to this person, they could just go in there and see nothing but hair. If you go on my website or my Instagram, you're going to see a bunch of other stuff. So that right there made me look like I'm going to take us to a different direction. So I'm actually making a hair company within my brand. Of course, we'll sell it and it'll still be part of Aliya Wrays. It's just that's going to be just seen different. Also, I'm working on products too. So we're gonna have like a co-wash, a shampoo, conditioner to assist the hair. You know what I mean? So people that are interested in purchasing could just look at the hair itself, not a bunch of nails and all that stuff. You know what I mean? You can see what else we have going on. But It's a legit hair company. And also with that being said, considering that I did go to India and I got a better price, I can be a wholesaler. So I'm looking to wholesale with different gift girls around the city.
Right.
That's big.
Yeah, I'm really trying to go
plug.
outside the city. I ain't even going, I'm willing to help out, but I don't want to give salon on the north side my hair and the salon on the east side. I want you all to come to the west side.
Right.
Yeah.
So if a girl in Atlanta or something wants it, I got it. But that's really what I'm trying to do too, so that I can be a bigger company. Money moves.
Yeah. So do you do you teach like the girls who work for you? Are you like, I know I guess in cutting hair and barbers or whatever, there's like a master barber and he can like teach the other guys. So do you teach the other girls how to do the nails and the hair and all that type of stuff too?
So I'm skilled in nails. Now I am skilled in other areas because I have to be. You know what I mean? Being in the industry, you just have an eye and you have a hand for it. Right. You can't really teach somebody how to do hair. You go to school so you can get licensed and you learn sanitation and whatever else you might need to learn. You might learn the color wheel and stuff like that, yeah. But if you are good at it, you're just good at it. You know what I mean? Like I can do nails, I can draw. Like, that's not planted. That's planted in you. That's not just practice. Right. You get better, but you know what I'm trying to say. So nails, yes. The two girls that I had working with me for nails, that's Jazz Slaya and Nicole. Nicole's more of a newbie, so I'm pretty sure she's learned, and we taught her a couple of things, Jazz and I both started at the same time. So let's say we teach each other. Jazz was always one of my favorite nail techs. So I love that she works for me now. You know what I mean? We work well together. She manages my salon. She's my partner. So we do a lot of teaching. I have an intern and I have a receptionist. They both want to learn nails, so right now we're teaching them. So basically what happens then is now they go off to college. When they come back, they work for me. You know what I mean? Keep it rotating. So I do want to eventually do classes and stuff like that. Yeah. We do teach and help each other out, you know what I mean? But as it being a building salon, I'm going to definitely say we probably are inspired by a lot of YouTube and more people, veterans in the game. Because we're still babies to it. Like, we're a little better now, of course, but Miss Tanil, she's been in the industry for about 13 years, you know what I'm saying? So she's someone I'll look into showing me something because she's been here and done that, you know what I'm saying? Now, I could show somebody how to lay some foundation. I could show somebody how to do some stuff, but I'm still learning too. I guess that's every day though. The industry's just like that. This new stuff comes.
It's gonna keep changing.
Yeah, I'm about to say so. But we do teaching.
These young girls are gonna start looking up to you. I mean, you a young, you know what I mean? Young.
I think people be like, "You're going to do a class," and I'm like, "I don't think I'm good enough for a class yet." But now I'm like, I need to put that down. If they're asking for it, obviously I am. Right. So. Definitely.
Right. And you better come up with the web series.
Yep. The web series is a web series.
Oh, really?
Yes. So me being able to practice my background, which I was telling Nigel before, is exciting. We're about to launch Agape, our first episode, December. I think it's going to be the 1st or the 4th. We're deciding on which day. But I got with a team, Sean, Green, Lex, Bree, Gabby, Lorraine. Lorraine and Sean are in LA now. So now we got two representatives of his web series in LA, and the rest of us are in Pittsburgh. And together, we're creating a web series similar like a YouTube type situation. We got about 5 different shows we're working on. So the first show is going to be Agape, which is dropping, like I said, in a few weeks, and Aliya Wrays reality show.
Nice.
So, it's going to be focused on myself and just my everyday interests and the salon, of course. That's my everyday life.
Right.
And I'm hoping that could be a big peak for business. If, let's say, people are really into me and what I got going on, and next thing you know, MTV wants to air it. Yeah. Now I'm really getting booked. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal, man. I'm gonna do it though. I could feel it. It's coming. It's definitely coming.
Yeah. That's dope. Like, I feel like a lot of women. I want to create content for like women to watch too. Like I had a couple other women up here, and like people who are doing big things in the city at a high magnitude. Like I like for them to just be able to talk about it.
Yeah,
talk about their journey, their struggle.
Actually, I love
everything. You know what I'm saying? The vision. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of that, like. Where's the vision? Where else do you see Aliya Wrays, the brand, or yourself going from here?
Well, expansion, that's the first thing. I don't want multiple salons. I want one. There is another idea that I want to do, but I don't really want to say. Yeah. But I do want to branch. So it's still going to be involved in the beauty industry. It's just going to be branches to the salon. That makes sense. That's the toughest part about having a salon having the brand is having the salon. Making sure your employees are on point and, you're sometimes babysitting. You know what I'm saying? I say that in a respectable way. It's just because I have to make sure people are in there and, you know how that can get worrisome. Yeah. If I'm not in the location, that would probably worry me sick. You know what I mean? And then you spend a lot of money on just the bills and the maintenance of it, period. Because I could close that down and still do what I'm doing and not pay a rent. You know what I mean? So I would probably save some money. But to me, I love having that foundation like that.
Right.
So I have other ideas that I want to branch from Aliya Wrays, still in the industry, just one salon. People tell me all the time, like, you should move to Atlanta, you should do this and take it there. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I might move to Atlanta. That might be where I end up staying, you know what I mean? But I want my foundation to be right here in the city that I grew in. That's one thing about Pittsburgh. I think we have an amazing city, and I think people try to leave it. Where we could create some stuff here and help it pop, it will.
Keep growing.
It's grown so much. It grown so much. Like, we have... One, we're so popular for sports.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We bring good stuff in here. We got money makers.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of culture. It's growing so much.
The lane's open for everything.
It definitely is. It's just a matter of you actually just having a confidence in tackling it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's what we just sung. All right. Yeah.
So, for me, I want to keep it here. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
All right, so look, New Wave Podcast episode 25. Like I said, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aliya Wrays, for coming up in here.
Definitely.
No problem.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
having me. Had a
We might
blast.
have to do a part 2 because I
We
feel like
can.
there's some stuff
I
that
love
we
to
might have
come out
missed
here
out on.
and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talk.
Anytime you got something going on, want to promote, anything.
For sure. And vice versa.
We appreciate it.
Light skin stick together.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, light skin is taking the fuck over, dog. Hell yeah, we back. Art, you're out of here.
Bye.
New Wave Podcast.
you went black and white
real
on me.
quick. Shout out, whatever you got, your social media or the website, all that, real quick.
Definitely. Catch us online, www.aliyawrays.com. That's ALIYAWRAYS. Follow us on Instagram, @Aliya Wrays. I'm on Snapchat, Lemonade Lee. Facebook, Aliya Wray. YouTube, Aliya Wray. Just search Aliya Wray.
Yeah, man.